Hi everyone, I implore you to watch this video from beginning to end. It's not to scare you, but to give you hope, to make you aware of what's going on and to prepare to put oil in your lamps. This is extremely, extremely important to be knowledgeable that the supernatural is now being meshed with the natural. And everyone's starting to see it. It's starting to play out now. This is real time. Get prepared. Get with Christ. Knowledge is power. Know what's going on around you. A lot of you don't know this is going on right now. Please watch everything. Read the Word of God. Be prepared because shit's about to get real.
These are spiritual phenomena. There's no evidence they're from another planet. I mean, I think that's the that's the lie. Okay, so if they're spiritual beings, which I believe they are, it's a binary. They're either, you're on team good or team bad. You can assign any name to it you want, but what are these things?
My name is Carol Rosen. I'm an educator who became the first woman corporate manager of an aerospace company, Fairchild Industries. I'm a space and missile defense consultant. I've consulted to a number of companies, organizations, government departments, even the intelligence community. I was a consultant to TRW, working on the MX missile. So I was part of that strategy, which turned out to be a role model for how to sell space-based weapons to the public, the MX missile being yet another weapon system that we didn't need. And I founded the Institute for Security and Cooperation in Outer Space, a Washington, D.C. based think tank. I'm an author and have testified before the Congress, the President's Commission on Space, and to a number of committees of that kind of relevance. When I was a corporate manager of Fairchild Industries in 1974 through 77, I met the late Dr. Wernher von Braun in early 74. At that time, von Braun was dying of cancer, but he assured me that he would live a few more years in order to tell me about the game that was being played, that game being the effort to weaponize space, to control the Earth from space and space itself. Von Braun had a history of working with weapons systems and had escaped from Peenemünde to come to this country and landed as vice president of Fairchild Industries when I had met him. Von Braun's purpose in life during the last years of his life, his dying years, was to educate the public and decision makers about why space-based weapons are a dumb, dangerous, destabilizing, too costly, unnecessary, unworkable, undesirable idea, and about the alternatives that are available. And as practically a deathbed speech, he educated me about those concepts and who the players were in this game, and gave me the responsibility, since he was dying, of continuing this effort to prevent the weaponization of outer space. He invited me to come up on the platform with him, and actually he's holding on to me in this picture. I'm trying to get off of the platform, and he's holding on to this, trying to make me laugh. He's telling me jokes. When Wernher von Braun was dying of cancer, he asked me to be his spokesperson, to appear on occasions when he was too ill to speak. And I did. And what he asked me to do was to educate decision makers and the public about why we shouldn't be putting weapons in space, why they're a dangerous, destabilizing, too costly, unnecessary, untestable, unworkable idea, and what the alternatives are, how we could be building a cooperative space system. What was most interesting to me was a repetitive sentence that he said to me over and over again during the approximately 4 years that I had the opportunity of working with him, and that was the strategy that was being used to educate the public and decision makers, and the scare tactics, the spin that was being put on a weapons system. And that was how we identify an enemy. The enemy, at first he said, the enemy against whom we're going to build a space-based weapons system that he thought was a ridiculous idea, unnecessary and very dangerous, not to mention too costly, etc. The strategy that Wernher von Braun taught me was that first the Russians are going to be considered to be the enemy. In fact, when I met him in '74, they were the enemy, the identified enemy. We were told that they had killer satellites. We were told that they were coming to get us and control us, the dirty commies, that whole story. First, the Russians were the enemy against whom we're going to build space-based weapons. Then terrorists would be identified, and that was soon to follow. We heard a lot about terrorism. Then we were going to identify third world country crazies. We now call them nations of concern. But he said that would be the third enemy against whom we would be needing to build space-based weapons. And the next enemy was asteroids. Now at this point, he kind of chuckled the first time he said it. Asteroids, against asteroids we're going to build space-based weapons. So it was funny then. And the funniest one of all was against what he called aliens, extraterrestrials. That would be the final card. And over and over and over during the 4 years that I knew him and was giving his speeches for him, he would bring up that last card. And remember, Carol, the last card is the alien card. We're going to have to build space-based weapons against aliens. And all of it, he said, is a lie. A lie.
Holy crap. Okay, middle now.
There's a valve spinning. The sky is like... Oh, another transformer open. Another transformer.
Joseph, CERN, the eclipse, and demons. Oh my, these are three of my favorite topics to talk about. Now, there are people that will say, and still say to this day, that nothing happened on April 8th, 2024. But these people were looking for destruction. They were looking for chaos, fire, and brimstone. But we that know that April 8th was the ritual. And people still to this day continue to see very bizarre sightings after the April 8th total eclipse. Whether it's two moons or a massive blob over in Antarctica, or these flying creatures seen in the skies, people are seeing them and they are recording them. And that is exactly what I want to talk about in this video, these flying creatures that people keep seeing in the skies. Now, the first time these creatures were seen in the skies was on April 8th, 2024 in Texas, the day of the solar eclipse.
Back up.
This is so cool. What's that?
Bruh.
Look, there's something flying through the air. Oh shit! What was that? What was that?
Yo, what the?
Whatever this was moving very fast, and it was not seen exiting the clouds. Now, people do have multiple theories as to what this could be, ranging from a low-flying plane, a helicopter, to a jet. Some people have taken it a step further by stating this could be a UFO or even a dragon. But no matter what this was, something very similar to this was seen in Iraq 2 days later on April 10th. Something similar to these two sightings, the sighting in Texas and the sighting in Iraq, was also seen in Turkey as well, and 5 other locations. Now, it doesn't move as fast, but it still appears to be very similar, especially how it moves. So what exactly are we looking at here when it comes to these, well, flying creatures? Now, we do have to remember we do live in a world of AI. Anything and everything can easily be faked. But on the other hand, we do have CERN, we have Fermilab admitting to having things cross over from other dimensions, from higher dimensions. They use the words ghosts, demons, specters, gods. But then they use the word particle to cover it all up, to make it seem like it's just science. These organizations whose founders were disciples of Aleister Crowley, such as NASA. NASA was firing 3 rockets at the solar eclipse on April 8th, oddly called APEP, or the devil, under Project Serpent. It's no coincidence that Aleister Crowley found the veil to be very thin in April 8th, 9th, and the 10th, he spoke to a demon named Aiwass, who he credits for writing the Book of Law. These people in these organizations like CERN, NASA, Fermilab, they are no different than the occultists, the ritualists of the past. Where the past, they used dark sex magic, and now they infuse these magics with their technology. When CERN, when Fermilab, and the others state they are looking for dark matter, dark energy, these are the entities they're looking for. This is the energy they're looking for. CERN's statue of Shiva, the destroyer god, where you see these weirdos on video who are supposed to be scientists are doing these ritualistic dances, you can see Shiva is encased in a portal. The same portal that looks like the front of CERN's Large Hadron Collider. It's not a coincidence. These same portals that can be found in Hollywood movies like Stargate. These portals that all look the same in every sci-fi movie is not somebody's imagination. They are given scripts by the powers that be that know that these exist from CERN. Almost every big Hollywood movie has a script given to them by the 3-letter agency. The same exact month we have these organizations looking for dark matter, dark energy, is the exact same month that people are recording these dark things flying in the sky at high speeds. And again, we do live in a world of AI, computers, clout, so even if you do record something very bizarre and odd on your phone, people will still say that you faked it. It's all fake, and that's the scary part. While they're telling you it's all AI and made up, at the exact same time they're telling you They're opening other dimensions and things are crossing over. Now we are getting reports of people seeing portals in the sky in which they are stating are UFOs, but they are saying it's a spiral light. People across the United States, South America, and Europe are all reporting seeing these spiraling lights in the skies, and they all are reporting the exact same thing. Now, I did go ahead and make a video about these portals yesterday, but I had to delete the video. But I will include that video in this video at the end of this video. It's very interesting because 4 days ago, SpaceX has a company called Portals. And Portals, well, they are very busy creating these high-tech spaceships in the skies. But like CERN, like Fermilab, can we really take them at their word? Or are they doing just what they're named after? Opening up these portals that are being seen all over the world. I'm going to play a segment of an interview with scientist and Dr. Astrid Stuckelberger. Now, she says something interesting at the end of this interview about these demons crossing over from CERN's portal, and one of these demons happened to leave a scarf. And while that may sound silly, demons wearing scarves, if we look at Aleister Crowley's demon Lamb, who he summoned over with dark occultist magic, you can see it wearing a scarf or some kind of shawl. But I'm going to play this interview, and at the end, I will play my Portals video from yesterday.
More than that, because there are lots of physicians, I know some, they're doing very strange experimentation. There are beings from portals coming in and out. It's physicists from the CERN who told me this.
They've testified to beings coming in and out of portals.
Yes. And they were saying, I mean, I met them at a dinner, and there were 2 of them. And both said that, yes, they have, secondhand proof that the people who they're dealing with the boson of Higgs and the subatomic things. So they have apparently in the bottom of the CERN this portal, this door where they are dealing with all the subatomic dimensions. They say there are 17 different dimensions of reality. That's what those physicists say. Some others say there are more dimensions. We know the time, space, the tridimensional X, Y, Z in a graphic. But then you have more dimensions, and they are playing with that. They're using that, and we're a group, and they had a being. They did not tell me more, who came that doesn't resemble a human, and then they had another one, and they have a proof because they left a scarf. They left a scarf, and now when you look at what is going on in the CERN, there is a fight from some of the military agencies. Intel, they say that there is a fight on time. They're trying to change time. I'm just saying that because as a scientist, you cannot not say something so important. Because if you can deal with the smallest energies on Earth, you can imagine.
People around the same time are stating they are seeing this very similar UFO. They are saying they are seeing this UFO in Europe, the United States, and other countries. But the description of this UFO does not match any description of a common sighting of a UFO.
The fuck is that? Buddy. The fuck is that?
This $64 high-tech device is the last allergy relief tool you'll ever buy.
And in 15 minutes, you know what's happening? This amazingly...
Get ready for stars, stripes, and fun as the LA County Fair returns this May.
Very bizarre sightings are starting to ramp up in the month of April. It seems like ever since the day of the solar eclipse, April 8th, 2024, there have been a lot of bizarre sightings, not only in the skies, but also in the waters as well. Like I said, these sightings in the skies do not match your common description of a mechanical-like UFO. I will be releasing a video tomorrow that talks about these black slithering-like entities seen flying in the sky, not only in the United States, but also in Europe as well. But back to this article here on New York Post that was released on May 3rd, 2024, people from the southwestern United States to Scandinavia and the far reaches of Eastern Europe posted footage of an unidentified flying object they saw mysteriously coasting overhead in a spiral pattern Thursday evening. Now, yes, most people will instantly think of a UFO when they see something unusual in the skies, hovering in the skies. But to me, a spiral light comes off more like a portal, some kind of rift, some kind of opening, and there might be something to that theory later on in this video. But this article continues to state and quote this individual who captured this footage by stating, "Completely clear skies and I see a super blurry white light, no flashes like a plane, coming straight at me horizontally. It then goes straight up and freaking disappears." This person states that they checked and there was no rocket launches or anything like that. Either way, a rocket would have emitted a different color light. "I was able to get this much on camera," someone explained, please. An eyewitness in Arizona captured the anomaly on camera around 9 p.m. local time, describing it as an orange light surrounded by fog in an otherwise completely clear night. The witness noted that the object slowly moved toward the horizon before vanishing, and the camera footage did not fully capture the experience. In Finland, a Reddit user shared a photo of a vivid object at twilight, expressing uncertainty about its nature and mentioning they had also recorded a video of the sighting. But as I stated, many people are reporting seeing the spiral light in the skies, with everybody reporting the exact same thing. Like I said, to them, they're saying this looks like a UFO, but the description matches more like a common portal. But of course, like always, we do get a quote-unquote official narrative. Now, despite the mysterious nature of the sightings, a potential terrestrial explanation has emerged. On Thursday, SpaceX conducted 2 Falcon 9 rocket launches from the east and west coast of the United States, as reported by Space.com. The first launch took place at Vandenberg Space Force Base in California, while the second occurred at Cape Canaveral, Florida at 10:37 p.m. Eastern Time. Alpha Centauri at Ukrainian Space Enthusiast Group also reported observing the trail of a Falcon 9 rocket over certain regions of their country. A study conducted last year revealed that SpaceX launches were contributing to a significant increase in UFO reports. In September of the previous year, a launch even triggered an alien-induced panic in New Jersey. Additionally, a photographer in Alaska captured a stunning image of a SpaceX ship spiral trail passing through the Northern Lights during a mission in 2023. But here's the funny part. Every time something odd is seen in the skies, it's always SpaceX, even though it always seems to look different. Sometimes it looks like a floating tadpole in the skies. Sometimes it looks like a streak of light or some type of radio tower. This time, it looks like a spiraling circle portal-like UFO, but it's always SpaceX. But there is something about SpaceX and portals. In the same month that we have all these weird anomalies going on, SpaceX vet startup Portal Space Systems comes out of stealth mode, and this was on April 30th. Portal is led by Jeff Thornburg, the chief architect of SpaceX Raptor engine. Portal is the company, and Portal has announced they will be building these very high-tech spacecraft. And all over the world, in all these different countries, we are seeing these portals popping up. Could this company, ominously named Portals, be something like a Fermilab, a CERN, a NASA, with goals different than what they're actually telling us? All these organizations go hand in hand with one purpose, like I said, to open up these other dimensions, these other realms. We do know that NASA, CERN, Fermilab, among others, were very busy in April, and their goal is to find dark matter, dark energy. Now, they state that it might not exist in our universe, but that doesn't mean it doesn't exist in other realms and other dimensions. And they are finding these ghost particles in higher dimensions, in fourth dimensions, and they are coming over and they are crossing over. And I still strongly believe what was seen in Antarctica was a portal. And this portal always seems to open up the exact same month where CERN is operational and they are firing up their Large Hadron Collider. CERN was active in February, and this thing was seen in February, the day after. CERN was operational in April, and this was also seen the day after the eclipse. Now, there is some back and forth when CERN was operational in April. Some say April 8th, others say April 5th. CERN's website says April 5th, but the original date was April 8th. But we can never take CERN for face value. But it's still, the point of the matter is, whenever CERN is operational, this is seen in Antarctica. And satellites are confusing it for waves, but in actuality, it's just nothing but energy. What people think is a UFO in the skies are in actuality portals. And SpaceX is trying to claim that it's them. Yes, it may be them, but it's definitely not a rocket, because they always state their rocket looks like this, not a spiral-like portal. But I do want to hear from you. Do you believe this is a UFO? Do you believe this is SpaceX? Do you believe it's a portal? Or do you believe it's something else?
No, dude, what is that?
A strange bright light illuminating the entire sky with what appears to be a bright beam either shooting up from the ocean or down from the sky.
Dude, that's gonna freak out so many people in LA.
Look how bright it is, oh my gosh.
What do you think this could be? Personally, I've never seen anything like this, and that's why I wanted to share this video with you guys. Maybe this was some sort of building structure lit up at night, but if so, how could it be over the ocean? Many questions circulate around this strange video upload. Speaking of strange uploads, if you happen to see any crazy clips online or have footage of your own, be sure to send it over to anotherstrangevideo@gmail.com so that we can explore it together and share it with the world. A man looking out of his window in New York notices 3 strange lights floating past the moon. Unsure of what this could be, he films the objects in disbelief.
Whoa. What the hell? God.
On several occasions, people have witnessed this triangular-shaped pattern in the sky. But in most cases, they are assumed to be part of one larger ship. This footage clearly shows a separation between the 3 objects. While this clip was short in length, it was still something very unusual and interesting to see while looking up at the night sky. So what do you think this was? A group of people noticed something strange up in the clouds in the night sky.
What is that?
What appears to be a rocket or a spaceship of some sort can be seen entering the atmosphere. But then this happens.
Okay, that is a Wi-Fi symbol. You know it, I know it. I think that's Elon Musk giving everyone in the world free Wi-Fi now. No, but seriously, what is that? Have you ever seen anything like this before?
Now, I know that some shuttles have thrusters that can control the direction of the ship, but have you ever seen one emit so many pulse-like waves around it in all directions? No one is quite sure of what this was, but it definitely put some people on high alert, and I'll admit, you don't see something like this every day in the sky. So what was it? Was this SpaceX or something more advanced? Let me know what you think this could have been down below. Next, a very strange cloud moves through the sky at an insanely fast speed.
You seen that? You seen that come out of the clouds?
What's even more strange about this cloud is if you look closely, blinking lights can be seen flashing from within it. Could this be some sort of futuristic cloak being tested by the government?
Anna, you seeing this? What is that?
Is that a bird? Is that a plane? No, kids, it's super cloud, just flying through the sky. Because that's normal.
Many uploads of this video have been taken down, leading me to wonder, could this be something they are trying to hide or don't want the public to see?
Look at that shit. I am zoomed in.
Let me know what you believe this is in the comments down below. A fancy Photoshop trick or something out of this world caught on camera? Another event that made it into the news recently was space debris falling over California. Many news reports did not have an explanation as to what this was.
Mystery in the sky. We're searching for answers after something shot across the sky this morning.
Celestial events happening this month in April. The eclipse and a comet that is viewable with binoculars, but nothing about as what happened last night.
Many people were caught off guard by the sighting, and hundreds of videos have arisen online of this strange anomaly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wishes. Do you see that? Turn around.
I've never seen it like that.
What is that? I have no idea. The stars?
A green light leading the fleet of lights flying through the night sky.
What am I seeing?
Some online YouTube professionals claim to have figured it out. They say it was part of a Chinese spaceship that disintegrated coming into our atmosphere, and it is rubble burning up from the ship. If so, that would make sense. However, it has yet to be confirmed.
We have reached out to SpaceX and we are waiting for an answer as to what lit up the SoCal night sky.
If you live in California and you happen to see this, be sure to send it over to anotherstrangevideo@gmail.com. I'd love to get a view of what you saw.
What is that, Dad? Oh no, Dad, the world's ending, bro. I'm just kidding.
During a routine nightly weather report, these news reporters were caught off guard when they saw this on camera.
Are those fireworks? Aliens?
What the heck
Where
is
is that? You see it, right?
I'm actually, yes,
Okay.
I do see it.
Okay.
And it's getting weirder by the second.
I know.
It's like they're sticking around.
We're gonna do some
Anybody?
digging and figure out what that is.
Are we rolling on that?
What do you think that was?
The fact that this was captured live on the news on national television leads one to believe that this footage must be genuine. However, what are these objects flying around the sky? There are so many of them, lighting up the night sky like fireflies. Even the woman reporting live on TV says, are they aliens? What are these? I have no idea, and neither do I. If you have any idea of what you think this might be sure to let us know down below in the comments. Driving down the highway in Arizona, a group of friends see a massive amount of lights burning in the sky.
I know y'all see this. What the f is going on?
There appears to be between 18 and 20 strange objects hovering in the distance.
This is in Arizona, y'all. I don't know what's going on.
No one in the car has any idea of what they're looking at.
I don't know what's going on. Look at all this. You see this in the sky? They're circling literally. They are circling literally. They are circling literally.
So I'm kind of having a hard time figuring out how these things are flying. Are they flying in a circular motion, literally? Or are they literally circling?
They are circling literally.
Oh, they are circling literally. Thank you. Got it.
What is this? Somebody please tell me. I don't know what this is.
Have you ever seen a cluster this large of lights in the sky? If so, be sure to let me know down below in the comments. But I'm pretty sure this is not Starlink or SpaceX, so what do you think this could be? This wasn't the only time something like this was captured either. Driving home one night from a party, a group of friends notice a bunch of bright lights burning in the sky. They begin to film, confused and amazed, trying to figure out what it is that they're looking at.
Look at this. Look at this.
I'm gonna go look.
What are the odds? What the f? What are the odds that all these lights are here a day before the hurricane?
They mention it to be a coincidence that this is a day before a hurricane arrives.
Here, I'm getting out of the car.
Yeah.
Could this be some sort of weird weather drones checking out the sky? Or do you believe it could be UFOs or alien spaceships probing our planet?
Look at this shit, dude. You don't know, bro. I am. They're just glowing balls of light, bro.
Also, why does it seem like a lot of strange sightings appear right before or during major weather events? What is the connection between the storms and the unknown objects being caught on camera? I'm sure some of you are going to say Project Bluebeam, but even so, how does that explain the multiple ships and sightings?
Look at that, dude. They're not making any noise, too.
And if you do believe that this is linked to Project Bluebeam somehow, I'd genuinely like to know how. Be sure to jump in the comment section down below and let me know.
Yeah, that was weird as
Dude.
Oh, man.
While observing the sky using a telescope, this person notices something very strange in the distance. What at first appears to be a star turns out to be something entirely different. The object looks like something out of this world and from a sci-fi movie. It has a very odd shape and emits bright lights from all around it. Some people in the comments say it's an angel. Others say it's an alien spaceship. But maybe it's just a weird star. Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments.
What in the ever-living is that? Oh my god, that's so scary.
This man notices a very strange object rotating through the night sky. It glows orange and red, spinning forward in a circular motion.
Oh my god. Like, I'm not tripping, right? What is that?
The man is a bit freaked out as he has never seen anything like it before, and quite frankly, neither have I. So if you have any idea or thought as to what this might be sure to let me know down below in the comments.
That's in our sky right now.
Another sighting in California that has people scratching their heads are these strange burning objects orbiting around the night sky.
And nobody's saying shit. Those are the angels.
What is going on? That is so cool.
Dude, they're moving around.
Some of you are probably already typing skydivers with flares, because that's the first thing I thought when I saw this video as well. However, how do skydivers move upwards when falling? If you can explain that, then I will consider the possibility that maybe that's what this was. But as of right now, it can't be explained. What were these strange objects that appear to be glowing and flying around like phoenix through the night sky? Let's start a debate down in the comments section.
UFOs are real and aliens are real, but they're not from outer space. And that's according to the top 2 UFO researchers after decades-long research. So go to Sabrel.com and
so
pray.
where do they
it's
think
up
they're
there in
from?
time.
If they're not from outer space.
They're interdimensional and potentially fallen angels, disguising themselves because they're liars of something, like you said, can't be proven or disproven. I'm from this galaxy 300 light years away.
This is kind of what Tucker Carlson thinks. He thinks there's a spiritual element to it, and he thinks they've always been here, and he thinks that this is what's kind of documented in the Bible as like good and evil. And
Bart Sabrel, that was on the Joe Rogan podcast, he said a lot of stuff about the moon landing being super fake and gave a lot of evidence that he has on his website and told some crazy stories. I encourage any of you that like this kind of content to go listen to that podcast.
That's it, exactly. I mean, that's what's going on. I mean, the top 2 UFO researchers said UFOs are real, number 1. Number 2, they're not from outer space. And number 3, they're demonic. And that's what I talk about. Or it talks about fallen angels interbreeding with humans, as talked about in Genesis 6, and creating a race called Nephilim, who were men of renown, world leaders.
Could you...
Oh, wait. You see that up there? That ain't no trick of the light.
No way. That's 2 moons, plain as day. I ain't one for fancy science mumbo.
Lately, people have been recording 2 moons in the sky. This was filmed somewhere over England. Look, that's 2 moons. That's not 1 moon, that's 2. How is that possible? And it's not the only video. Here's another one. 2 moons in the sky. What is going on? Why are there 2 moons now? What's next? UFOs getting shot down over the U.S.?
Look, y'all, look.
So, I'm just at the airport, right? And I zoom in. What the fuck? 2 moons in the sky?
2 moons in the sky.
Mysterious object or dimensional portal caught mid-air near CERN headquarters. Mysterious object or dimensional portal caught mid-air near CERN headquarters.
And what are these 2 things? Is this fake? What? I don't get what that is. It looks like a hole has been cut out of that thing. It's not a thing, it's a cloud. And then can you remember that CERN was going to activate their particle collider, whatever it is, on the day of the eclipse? Well, look what happened straight after the eclipse, mate. What are these? What the F are these sparkles in the sky after the solar eclipse? Look at this. And that's not the only video. There's other videos of this weird occurrence.
What the F are the sparkles in the sky after the solar eclipse?
Now, these aren't satellites. They're not drones. What are they? Like, come on now. What's going on in the sky? What is that? This thing is disappearing. It's vanishing. Look. But where is it going? Where is this black mass going? And this here I saw as well, which is similar. But look. What? That actually lands. And what's it? One explosion. And then there's a second explosion right here. Bang. Again. One explosion here. Bang. And another one here then again. In the same place. Bang. Somebody said it's a weather balloon. But that looks awfully like those other floating... Let me see if I can find it now. Yeah, this thing.
There's no way that's not an alien. Look at it. It's literally flying in the air, and it's not a kite. It's not a remote control airplane. Nothing natural moves like this.
It reminds me of that. Now, I've got a feeling that that could be a kite. Right? I've got a feeling it could be a kite. But it reminds me of that.
Pay attention.
This video was captured in Nashville, Tennessee. The difference with the other footage is that it is assumed that this was captured the day after the eclipse. What do you think? Real?
Flying black entity that was seen on the day of the solar eclipse, April 8th, 2024, that was also seen in Iraq and also seen in Turkey, has now been seen once again. You're now within minutes of terror, because in this video, we're gonna look at this flying black entity once again, but now seen and recorded in Oklahoma.
Oh, that.
Dementor!
Oh, no, there's
Do you see
flashes
him?
in there. I don't know what that is. Maybe it's be lightning with that.
Well, I'll tell you what that is, Michael. That's Dementors.
Going back to April 8th, 2024, the day of the total eclipse, the solar eclipse, that would be the very first time that whatever this is was recorded on video, because I have been extremely interested finding any additional information about these flying entities, especially any videos that go back before April 8th, 2024. Now, look, people, I am 100% fine with not everything being a conspiracy theory. I do promote a very healthy level of skepticism. When this first appeared on April 8th, 2024, people have stated that this was a low-flying helicopter, it was a jet, it was a rocket, it was anything outside the unusual, the paranormal, the demonic. I can say that no, this is not a helicopter, this is not a plane, but I'm not going to die on a hill trying to convince people otherwise. Now that they have been seen in Iraq and Turkey, people are pushing away from the plane and helicopter and jet theory, and now they are saying that these are birds. While at the same time, not everything has to be a conspiracy theory, not everything has to be explained or in the realm of logic. We want to try so hard to believe and tell ourselves that ghosts, demons, spirits do not exist, that we'll say that this thing looks like something that it does not. Because if these are birds, then we are definitely in some kind of alternate reality, because these do not look like any birds that I have seen before in my life. What's absolutely fascinating is that this time it was picked up by the news. Before, people can say that what was seen in Texas, what was seen in Iraq, what was seen in Turkey was AI or editing, but now even the news have captured this on video. So then what exactly are these black flying entities that seem to be slithering in the skies and flying at high speeds? Now, I may just have an idea what these might be, and I may be onto something here. So the first time that this black snake-like slithering entity flying at high speeds in the skies was seen was on April 8th, 2024, the day of the solar eclipse. Anytime something unusual is seen or something unusual happens, I like to point fingers at CERN, Fermilab, or organizations like CERN and Fermilab. And I am currently doing just that when it comes to this massive anomaly seen in Antarctica. I do believe CERN has some type of involvement because this is popping out of Bouvet Island. And Norway owns Bouvet Island, and they are a part of those 13 countries that founded CERN. But this time, shockingly enough, in this video, I'm going to let CERN off the hook. Not really, sort of. They'll be most likely seen as the secondary antagonist or the secondary villain in this video. My attention is actually going to be on NASA this time. You know, the same NASA that has that red serpent's tongue in its logo if you look hard enough. Well, NASA, the day of the solar eclipse, just happened to fire off 3 rockets known as a PEP, otherwise known as the devil. This is ancient Egypt terminology. But this was all under a project called Project Serpents. Well, isn't it just unusual that NASA just happens to name these 3 rockets after an ancient Egyptian deity? And this whole program has an ancient Egyptian backstory. Well, no, it's not unusual whatsoever when you learn that the founder of Jet Propulsion's technology, a founder of NASA, was Jack Parsons, who was a disciple of Aleister Crowley, who practiced ancient Egyptian dark ritualistic magics. And these dark ritualistic ancient Egyptian sex magics allowed Aleister Crowley to summon over these demons, one that he called Lamb. Now, here's what's also funny in the fact that Aleister Crowley was in Cairo, Egypt, April 8th, 9th, and the 10th when he found the veil to be very thin, and he was able to speak to a demon called Aiwass, and he credits Aiwass for writing the Book of Law. So ancient Egypt would be very important to Aleister Crowley as it would have been to Jack Parsons, as it would have been to NASA. But Egypt and April also had another connection in 2024. It was in the form of these two total eclipses, the one that was seen in 2017 and the one that was seen in 2024. These two total eclipses crossed paths and formed this giant black X over a location known as Carbondale, Illinois, or otherwise known as Little Egypt. One of the places in Little Egypt just happened to be named Cairo. But isn't it just a bizarre coincidence that on April 8th, Aleister Crowley was in Egypt and he was talking to a demon Aiwass, and then present day, during the total eclipse that crossed paths over a location known as Little Egypt, NASA just happens to be firing 3 rockets that have a connection, a named connection, back to ancient Egypt. So again, who are these 3 rockets named after? They are named after Apep. Apep would be the Christianity equivalent to Satan. Apep also had another name, and that other name was Apophis in Greek. And Apophis was an ancient Egyptian demon of chaos who had the form of a serpent. Apophis was the ultimate symbol of evil. And Apophis, Apep, just happened to be a flying serpent, a flying snake. And this is what NASA fired off during the day of the solar eclipse. And ever since the day of the solar eclipse, these black flying entities that do appear to be very snake-like have been seen. And that was one of the things that people said that this was on April 8th, 2024, when this was first seen in Texas. Outside of people saying the usual, like this is a plane, a helicopter, to people saying this was a UFO, there were people that were saying that this was a dragon. And now we know what NASA's rockets are named after. They are named after a great demon, a flying serpent. That, once again, is basically the equivalent to Satan. Isn't that just such a bizarre coincidence? A company, an organization that has the serpent's tongue in its logo, if you look good enough, that happens to have a founder that was practicing these dark arts, summoning these demons, are, well, summoning demons once again. Now, I just happened to find a very interesting article, or articles that go back to April 8th, 2024, and you have to remember who owns news and media. It's a certain 3-letter agency, and they like to tell us what they're doing through news and media, and they like to cover everything up under the guise as poking fun at conspiracy theorists. But listen to this article here on April 8th, 2024. There are indeed multiple articles referencing the solar eclipse and demons, but I'm going to go ahead and read from this article here by Days, which was dropped on April 8th, 2024. And the title of this article is, Will the Large Hadron Collider Summon a Demon During the Solar Eclipse? Some conspiracies have emerged about the April 8th eclipse, from NASA working with an ancient Egyptian deities to sleeping giants waking up in America's state parks. Here we've gathered some of our favorites. Listen to this eerie part in the article. During the eclipse on April 8th, the space agency is scheduled to launch 3 sounding rockets from its flight facility in Virginia to study how Earth's atmosphere is affected when sunlight momentarily dims over the planet. According to a statement, this will help identify interference with Earth-based communications, atmospheric perturbations around eclipse path, or APEP for short. So it's just one big coincidence that it's called APEP. But as some have pointed out, however, APEP is also the name of an ancient Egyptian deity. APEP, who is also known as the Lord of Chaos, took the form of a giant snake and embodied evil and darkness. Some have noted that Apep's archenemy, the solar deity Ra, is often depicted with 3 companions while hunting the serpent deity, linking this to NASA's 3 rockets. Oh, and one of the rockets is supposedly launching at 3:22 p.m., 322 being a number associated with the conspiracy-shrouded Skull and Bones Society. The conclusion? NASA's April 8th launch is 1000% an esoteric ritual. You see how they're telling us the truth, but they're being very sarcastic about it. This article even happens to bring up the Aleister Crowley connection. So you know when they release the media to poke fun and start being sarcastic about a specific subject, you know we are right over the target when it comes to said subject. And you know what? You know what's funny? I called this in one of my previous videos before the solar eclipse. I said that the solar eclipse is one gigantic ritual, and they are going to summon over this king demon. But April just happens to be one big ritualistic month. And since they've always been playing with demons, summoning in demons, I have no doubt that this major demon they're summoning in is their king demon, what they worship. This king demon professed to be God inside this temple, and possibly lead behind the scenes. It'll pull many strings. We're going to see many more bizarre events take place, many more ritualistic style events take place as we progress into the future. X marks the spot on Illinois where they found their demon particle. They are going to find their dark energy on April 8th and end everything in an awake facility where the ritual will take place where they sacrifice this red heifer. It all comes together. That same day of the solar eclipse, bots were just released like crazy on my channel and other people's channels as well. There are people making comments that I've never seen before. People saying, look, see, I told you so. The world would not end on the day of the solar eclipse. Nothing happened. They were constantly saying this on my channel, and like I said, other people's channel that were talking about the solar eclipse in a more ritualistic light. And the purpose of these bots was to cover up us talking about the rituals and what people were seeing in the skies. So I have no doubt whatsoever that NASA is summoning these demons over. Their founders have a history of summoning demons over. And like I had stated, CERN is a minor villain, a secondary villain in this story, because all these organizations work hand in hand. CERN has stated higher dimensional entities have crossed over. They are calling them ghosts, but they're labeling them particles. Let's not also forget that NASA and SpaceX work hand in hand as well. And as coincidence may have it, a company under SpaceX called Portals happened to be back in operations at the end of April. And what was popping up just recently? Well, people were reporting these spiral-shaped UFOs in the sky. Let's not forget, we're also still investigating the Antarctica anomaly that also appears to look like a portal as well. Let's also not forget that demon face syndrome is not off the table yet. I am sure that card or that narrative will be played sometime in the future. Or these could all just be birds. Even the portals are birds. Birds shaped like portals.
Hold this, quick. Hold this. Quick, hold this. Hold this. What the hell is that?
I ain't never seen no shit like that in the sky in my life. Look how bright the fucking sky is, though. Am I tripping? If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. If I'm tripping, tell me I'm tripping. But what the fuck is that? I ain't crazy. I promise y'all I ain't crazy.
verde, rosa, mas é lindo. Não sei o que é, mas é muito lindo. Jesus está...
Engraçado. Kaya mo preso mo.
Gumagalaw ano? Ano yun? Oh, wala na. Mawawala na. Ayun.
Cellphone ko, gumagalaw din, mawawala.
Oo nga.
Gumagalaw na.
Flashlight! Parang flashlight! I-post mo ba doon? Kita ba ba?
Hocam. Aç. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim.
Taş atıyor biri.
Hocam bu ne ya? Ana. Oğlum.
O ne?
Hocam. Vallahi içeride bir şey var.
Uyarıyorlar. Kaç.
Var ya burada bir şey sıkışmış bak. Taşın içinde bir şey var. Ananı hocam. 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 Aa!
Cabin faces 300, sometimes 400 feet tall. Pieces of ice were shooting up out of the ocean 600 feet.
Hey, NASA was supposed to shoot rockets at it.
You guys stop. The diamond ring is off. You guys stop. No more looking at it. The diamond ring is showing up.
Oh, wow. Whoa, look at that. What's that all about? What is that? Yeah, what is that? What the hell is that? What is that, man? That's not... Yo, man, what was that all about? What happened? Where did it...
Did you guys see what that South Antarctic anomaly did to South Africa, y'all? The wind is so strong, it's literally reversing the current of the water, y'all. Look, the water's going back. Where is it going? Where is this water going? Is it going? Wow. Y'all see that? It's like It's like something have opened up in the ocean. Maybe that is so weird. You know what I'm saying? You know when you're in your bathtub, you take the drain out and all the water starts going in one way? Y'all know what I'm saying? But that is extremely powerful. The wind is cutting through the water like that. Wow, y'all. Look at God go. Look at the universe work. Y'all, all I know is since the eclipse, nothing has been the same. Everything has like literally intensified by 10. That what you guys see is going on too? Literally everything has intensified by 10. Now they try to block the energy from us, right? By throwing those rockets or those fake suns up there, right? But that energy cannot be destroyed. It cannot be created nor destroyed. So eventually it's gonna come onto the earth, and that's what it's doing right now, y'all. This video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. I am only raising awareness. Alright you guys, there is new information on the South Antarctic anomaly. Now I'm sure you guys are familiar with the term as above so below, right? So what you're seeing in the water, you're also going to see in the sky. Check this crazy video out, y'all, and let me know what you guys think about this. Leave your comments down below and share like this.
I'm about to share with you images I don't believe anybody has seen about the South Atlantic blob anomaly. I have a whole playlist on this now. I've showed you how the blob appears above Bouvet Island. I've showed you how satellite images have this area blocked out on one of the days the blob was appearing, and how if you go northwest there's a very strange, almost Yagi-Uda antenna pattern. But look at this. These were sent to me from someone who monitors NASA cloud images. Look at the shape coming from Bouvet Island. I'm just a lowly ham radio operator. Okay, I just took an interest in this and I'm sharing videos. What is this coming from Bouvet Island? It's consistent. Over years, we're talking years. I'm putting the dates. You guys tell me, did stuff happen around these dates? Look at this one. What?
So y'all see that, right? As above, so below. What you're seeing in the water, you're actually seeing in the sky. That's why the sky mirrors the water. A big firmament, a big dome. Look at that. What do you guys think that's all about, y'all? Have you ever heard of Bouvet Island before? I've never heard of this. And it's very strange that on that day that they're going to have that island blocked out. Y'all get what I'm saying? Why would they have that island blocked out? And again, I've never heard of this island. So please let us know down in the comments below what you guys think about this video. Like, comment.
Coming in from David Shane 83 on TikTok, and he says that he bought this amazing telescope and he's seeing a grid pattern on the Sirius star. Well, people think it's an optical illusion caused by the sensor or something like that. It could be. Let's take a look at this video. This is something really...
I want you to look at this. This is Sirius. This is with the new telescope.
Yeah, it's serious, definitely.
What is this ring? And then look what happens when I zoom in. Look at this grid-like pattern behind it. What in the world? What is that?
Wow, that's strange. Huh.
I have never seen anything like it. Guys, what in the world is that? Wow.
Yeah.
I don't even know what to say.
Oh wow, there's a picture. What makes this a bit weird is that you don't see the grid pattern in any other place. In the picture, the Sirius star is shining a lot, right? So yeah, it could be a sensor, a glitch in the sensor, the camera sensor, and it's showing the pixels. Could be, but definitely is a bit strange. I want to know your thoughts.
Finally, my brethren, be strong in the Lord and in the power of his might. Put on the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to stand against the wiles of the devil. For we wrestle not against flesh and blood, but against principalities, against powers, against the rulers of the darkness of this world, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Wherefore take unto you the whole armor of God, that ye may be able to withstand in the evil day, and having done all, to stand. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth, and having on the breastplate of righteousness, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. Above all, taking the shield of faith, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, and take the helmet of salvation, and the sword of the Spirit, which is the word of God, praying always with all prayer and supplication in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all perseverance and supplication for all saints.
I need thee every hour, most gracious Lord. No tender voice like thine can peace afford. I need thee, oh, I need thee. Every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. I need thee every hour. Enjoy your pain. Come quickly and abide, or life is vain. I need thee, oh, I need thee. Every hour I need thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee. Oh, bless me now, my Savior. I come to thee.
When I was young, you called my name. I tried to run, but still you came. And you stepped into the dark, 'cause that's just the kind of God you are. When heaven seems beyond my reach, you still see eternity in me. You're turning ashes into art, 'cause that's just the kind of God you are. It's in the empty tomb, it's on the rugged cross. Your death-defying love is written in your scars. You'll never quit on me, you'll always hold my heart, 'cause that's the kind of God you are. You gave me freedom from my sin. You told me I could start again. All the hurt is dead and gone. Now we're your daughters and your sons. Amazing grace, how sweet the sound. We once were lost, but now we're found. Forever you hold us in your arms, 'cause that's just the kind of God you are. Oh, it's in the empty tomb, it's on the rugged cross. Your death-defying love is written in your scars. You'll never I tried to run, but still you came. And you stepped into the dark, 'cause that's just the kind of God you are.